Hello. Today I'd like to talk about how to develop inner faith. I'm Kathleen Rafter. I'm both a certified life coach via Marie Diamond and a certified EFT practitioner through EFT Universe. And I have a question for you. Have you ever wished that you just had a little bit more faith? There's a distinction to be made between belief and faith. I think that Eckhart Tolle does a wonderful job on that. Belief is actually when you hope that something's true. You're not quite sure, but you hope that whatever it is will be true. While faith is a deep trust in life. When you realize that you're connected to the vertical source, whether you call it God or spirit or the universe, when you know that you've got that connection to the vertical source, that you're aligned, then you have a deep trust in life and you know that everything's fine. You don't have to worry. You don't have to fear. You don't have to get angry about anything. You just trust that you're in the right place at the right time. And if you can sense that presence, that connection with our source, then you know you're going to be doing the right thing at that right time, in the right place. So the best way that I've developed presence, that sense of presence, is first of all to meditate. I meditate at least 2 or 3 times a day, but also to go through and to develop that sense of presence in everyday activities. That was something that I really had to work on. I go through every day, and whenever I think about it, I go through and I check what are my thoughts, what am I thinking at that time, what are my emotions. And I find that by just going through and feeling the energy, I can feel energy within my body. And by going through and doing that, I know that I'm in touch with spirit, and that the thinking, the worrying, anger, whatever might have been there, will just dissipate when I am present in that way. And I wanted to just give you 2 examples of how faith has worked in my life. The first is when I decided to, after my husband Jack proposed and we decided to get married. Before I had met him, I had a whole string of getting involved with men who just weren't right for me. They weren't ready to make commitments. They weren't honoring me. They just weren't right for me. But when I met Jack, I knew that he was the right one for me. In fact, a family friend had asked me to make a commitment that before I got married, I would go through and talk about the person I was going to marry, either with him or with somebody like him, so that I could be sure that I wasn't repeating this pattern that he saw over and over again with me. But before getting married, I didn't see any sense of doing that because I knew that Jack was the right person for me. And the second example I'd like to give you is we have an adopted son. He's 19 years old right now, and he's very well adjusted, but we had lots and lots of problems with him. We adopted him as a toddler, all through toddlerhood, all through preschool, elementary school, into middle school. We just had a lot of problems with this young man. And I remember an aunt telling me, Kathy, don't worry about him. God will take care of him. And I realized that I didn't have to worry about him. That indeed God was going to take care of him. And through going through and really deeply trusting that, it changed my relationship with my son, and it just transformed his whole personality. And like I said, he's a very well-adjusted 19-year-old young man who's doing very well now. So again, to help facilitate building that faith, you can develop it through meditation, but not just the piece of meditation comes, the trust comes in meditation, but you have to be able to carry that into everyday life. And you need to watch your thoughts, watch your emotions, and so on. And for me, that comes through just feeling that sense of presence and trying to bring that into everything that I do. So I'm being and doing at the same time. And it may seem kind of strange, but I heard from my mentor, Marie Diamond, that by changing your environment, you can actually go through and bring whatever facets of life that you want into your life. So if you want to bring more faith into your life, you can go through and bring in the diamond. For instance, this is my engagement ring that Jack had given me, and I haven't taken it off in 28 years. Every time I look at it, it brings that essence of faith into my life. You could go through and do as I did too. These are cubic zirconium. They don't have to be real diamonds, but your subconscious will go through and process them as being real diamonds to bring more faith into your life. I keep these on my desk, my nightstand right here. And another thing to do too is I've talked about these before, they are essences, transformational essences that Marie has created. And this one is in particular for transformation. Actually, opal is the symbol of transformation. And this is for transformation and for faith. And faith is the diamond. So I can go through and spray. I just let it fall down onto my head and to my face. It's not an essential oil, but it is the essence of faith that Marie has actually infused into distilled water. So if I need some instant faith, I just go through and I spray that. And another thing that I do that I've learned from Marie is something, she has an inner diamond meditation. There are 24 facets in life that we can go through and bring into our bodies, bring into our being, bring into our energy system. And I will regularly bring in the essence of faith. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the inner diamond meditation, you can find out about that at mariediamond.com. It's something that I use every day to bring in whatever facets of life I feel that I need. And just remember that faith is just a matter of trust. Trust that you're in the right place that you need to be right now. And if you're present, you're going to be taking the right action, doing the right things at this point in time. And if you'd like to go deeper into how to develop more faith, how to develop more trust in life, why don't you book a free 30-minute life coaching session with me at KathleenRafter.com. I'd love to go into it in more depth with you. And remember, you have to raise your vibe in order to change your life.